King with the Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Snorlax, Kartana, Porygon 2, and Arcanine. So, all right, we're ready to jump into game 2. Let's go.
Yeah, looks like Joseph's team has got a Trick Room mode in there, using Slowbro to boost Gastrodon with Storm Drain and Surf, likely. Hariyama there, it helps it up. Marowak is another Trick Room Pokemon, so kind of predominantly Trick Room. Whereas dAnE just has the much smaller Trick Room mode with Snorlax and Porygon 2. Would generally say that means the Trick Room for Joseph should be a good advantage, but Snorlax is going to be the slowest thing around, and especially if it's a cursor too, and going to be a big threat without any great. Hariyama is a good option to pull it off the field quickly, but the water spam won't really do the trick.
One of the cool things about Joseph's team is the kind of throwback to old school Gastrodon. You know, just Trick Room, set up Trick Room, and then just start surf spamming.
Yeah,
It's
Rushan would be
kind of fun.
happy.
Yeah. So I'm sure Rushan, one of the founders of Nugget Ridge, who actually made all this possible, is going to really appreciate the team that Joseph is running. I don't think Rushan runs any other team besides like slow Gastrodon.
Yeah, only when no one has made a slow Gastrodon team for him yet.
Yeah. All right, jumping into game 2 now. Joseph Selmer versus dAnE zIeMaN. Both these players are actually 4-1, so the tournament life is pretty much on the line at this point. Winner will have the chance to play for top cut. The loser, unfortunately, will have very, very low chances of making top cut.
The dream will still be alive, but they'll need to win and be very fortunate.
Yeah, of course, you can still get like top 16 championship points, but you know, you always just want to win as many games as you can. Marowak and Slowbro are the leads that Joseph decides to go for. Tapu Lele and Tapu Koko are the leads that dAnE actually opts for. Going to go ahead and bring out the Psychic Surge, which trumps the Electric Surge. So the battlefield is going to be weird.
Yeah, so it does reveal that it's not Scarf Tapu Lele, or else it would have been faster than Tapu Koko, and we'd have electric terrain right now. A small thing, but is nice to know. Slowbro's not under too much threat right here. Resists the big Psychic from Tapu Lele, can't take a Thunderbolt because Marowak is on the field protecting it. So has a fairly safe Trick Room here unless there's a taunt on one of these two Pokemon. We saw taunt Tapu Lele from Aaron in Portland a couple weeks ago. Taunt Tapu Koko shows up every once in a while.
Yeah, and, you know, going to go for a Sky Drop here, going to prevent the Trick Room from being able to be set up as Tapu Lele goes for a very powerful Psychic Terrain boosted Psychic. Ooh, all right. Well, Marowak hangs on and goes for a Flare Blitz here into the Tapu Lele slot, and that doesn't even pick up the KO, but instead Marowak KOs itself. So great turn right there from dAnE to start off.
Yeah, using Sky Drop instead of taunts to stop Trick Room means Trick Room will go up this turn, but you already dealt with Marowak and or have a lead. It's always better to have a lead.
Remember, Len, taunt on Slowbro doesn't work because of Oblivious.
Oh, because of Oblivious, yeah. The
Sky Drop is a way to stop Trick Room, though.
It is interesting to see that the Marowak is KO'd from its own Flare Blitz recoil, when Shadow Bone would have done more damage and probably picked up the KO. I don't know if that means it doesn't have Shadow Bone or he was predicting a switch, but he did lose Marowak because of it.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate for Joseph. But I'm pretty sure Trick Room looks like it's going to come up here.
Yeah, Trick Room come up here. You can't fake out this Tapu Lele, though, and so its Psychic on Hariyama is a big damage threat. Not all Hariyama carry Protect. I would guess because it came in just now that this one does, or he's already planning a switch, but he doesn't really have any great switches. So I would expect to see Hariyama Protect and Trick Room go up this turn.
Yeah. All right. Tapu Koko now going to release the what?
No Protect.
Well, maybe this Assault Vest will allow it to survive if it's carrying this Assault Vest. Slowbro is released from the Sky Drop, and now Hariyama does not hang on from that Psychic, so this is going to be a pretty fast game. Slowbro does get up the Trick Room, and now it's going to be Slowbro plus one more Pokemon versus Tapu Lele and Tapu Koko, and two more in the back for dAnE.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Gastrodon, if you're going to have two Pokemon left, it should be what seems like the core of the team.
Oh, here it is. Gastrodon comes out, and now let's get ready to ride the wave here, Len. You ready?
Yeah, Storm Drain all day. I'm not sure that the two water attacks will even pick up the KO on Tapu Koko, meaning a Thunderbolt will likely land on Slowbro or a Volt Switch, which would be big damage. There's also the option to go to something like Kartana, though its special bulk is so low that even resisting water, it's not going to like taking two water attacks.
And Tapu Lele switches out, going to go into Arcanine, going to drop some Intimidates here, but again, not going to matter too much on Gastrodon or the Slowbro. This does open up the opportunity for the Arcanine to get KO'd. Surf from that Slowbro, gonna ride the wave here, gonna connect on both Arcanine and Tapu Koko, and boost Gastron's special attack stat by 1 stage as well. Gastron
Oh,
actually goes for a Sludge Bomb. With 1 stage of increased special attack, that still isn't enough to KO the Tapu Koko, but I guess it gets a poison, but
poison probably means Surf is a KO at some point.
yeah, but it's just gonna switch out anyways from that Volt Switch. Slowbro hangs on, so and activates the Citrus Berry, so information for the stream. I'm pretty sure Dane's already had that information coming from game 1.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Slowbro's going to have to take some damage at some point to have the game move on. Now Snorlax comes in.
Yep, Snorlax is a very good switch in right here. Very slow Pokemon, can start setting up and also start exerting a lot of pressure in the Trick Room environment.
Yeah, I mean, Arcanine obviously came into the obvious Surf, but really isn't very useful anymore. Intimidate's not going to do anything with these Pokemon. The best damage it offers is like Wild Charge on Slowbro. And so just having it take the Surf if something has to makes sense.
Yeah, Arcanine not wanting to get KO just yet, not going to want to have Snorlax take full power water type attacks from either Surf or Muddy Water. Goes for a return on a Slowbro. Slowbro does have a very high defense stat. As Slowbro now going to ride the wave again, going to go for a Surf and boost Gastrodon yet again. Now Gastrodon is at 2 stages of increased special attack, ready to go.
Yeah, and importantly, the Trick Room timer is coming down. I think that's the main reason you protect Arcanine there, burn extra turns.
And here we go. The Gastrodon is going to go ahead and use its Waterium Z and go for a Hydro Vortex. I want to probably into that Snorlax.
I would assume into the Snorlax, yeah. I have no idea if this will KO.
Snorlax is pretty bulky. Yeah, it's pretty especially bulky. It does have access. Oh my
God,
gosh,
that plus
it
2
does.
from Storm Drain is enough to pick up the KO with the big Hydro Vortex.
Wow. All right, I did not know that. And, you know, it looks like Dane's counter to Trick Room is no more. So now it's going to be very damaged Lele, very damaged Coco, and Arcanine, who's facing down 2 water-type attackers.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good position, but you got to keep track of those Trick Room turns. We've had 3 go by already. Double protect here. Arcanine can't protect, but I would expect at least Coco does.
Well, it can. It's just there's a chance that it fails.
I guess, yeah, you're going to probably get KO'd. I would expect 2 water moves to be coming in, so you might as well just click protect as many times as you can and hope there's something left at the end of the Trick Room.
Yeah, and all right, well, there's 2 more turns of Trick Room, so, you know.
Oh, Extreme Speed.
That's not going to KO Slowbro. Slowbro's too bulky.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's very helpful. I think you would have been better served with the chance at protect.
Well, you'd have to protect multiple times in order for you to outlast the Trick Room. So that really should do it. Does Gastron go for Muddy Water? It's at 3 stages of increased special attack. I'm pretty sure that Arcanine's still going to get KO'd.
Yeah, I would guess it does.
Yeah, we see the Mango Berry, and now Gastron goes for Muddy Water here. Going to hit both Pokemon. Going to hit Arcanine. Going to hit Tapu Koko. That should do it. Tapu Lele comes in now with 1 turn of Trick Room. I guess it can stall out the Trick Room.
Yeah, it can stall the Trick Room, but there's no way it...
yeah, Gastron has pretty high special defense.
It doesn't have the right multi-target moves. I think it could probably KO either. We haven't seen a Z move yet from Dane's side of the field, so it wouldn't be surprised if this is Psychium Z Tapu Lele, which can KO that Gastrodon, and since it was probably a more offensive Gastrodon than usual. But whichever one it doesn't KO will KO it.
Yeah. So the key right there for Dane was probably preserve 2 Pokemon at a time. Maybe get a double protect somewhere, either with that Arcanine or with that Tapu Koko. But
yeah, that was a crazy fast-paced game.
Yeah, it went from, I mean, yeah, if you think about it, Joseph lost 2 Pokemon in 2 turns.
Yeah.
And then he completely turned around with this mode. And Slowbro takes it. Rushan, I know if you're watching out there, you're probably super excited to see these 2 Pokemon out on the field right now take that win.
And that's what those really aggressive Trick Room modes built on spread moves can do. It's the same thing Torkoal can do, where you finally get the Trick Room up, down big, but the Eruption's enough to just clear through the opponent's team. Here you're doing it with water moves instead of Eruption, but still enough to win.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're so sorry that we missed game 1, but we got to see an exciting game 2 between Joseph Selmer and Dane zIeMaN, where Joseph Selmer kind of just took control of the game using Gastrodon and Slowbro. Not even Slow King, Slowbro.
Yeah, get that big KO. I mean, the move of the game was it was the Hydro Vortex picking up the KO on Snorlax from like 80% health. That
2
was
stages of increased
massive.
special attack. That's all it needs. There you have it. Yeah, we have another match going on right now between 2 more 4-on-1s over on the other stream, twitch.tv/Utah Pokemon VGC. So go ahead and check that out for more Pokemon action as we wait for the rest of this round to finish. That was a very fast battle, and again, unfortunately, for the Swiss rounds, we have to wait for the rest of the tournament to finish. So we'll be right back, and when we return, round 7, right? Round 7. That's going to be the last round. We're almost done here.